By Mitsubishi Electric, Brett Doherty, Don Davenport, and Ron Slay. And we've got a very illustrious guest at the table today wearing his gold jacket, College Football Hall of Famer, NFL Football Hall of Famer, among other things. Carl Eller, one of the greatest of all time, joins us now. Carl, what's up? How are you?
Oh, I'm good. Really good to be here in the good weather and with the Pork Rinds Appreciation Day coming up with the Super Bowl. So I'm having a great time.
PorkRindAppreciationDay.com for people that want more information. Southern Recipe, small batch, 14th annual Pork Rind Appreciation Day. So in Minnesota, do pork rinds keep you warm? Is that what happens?
Yeah. I have a couple particular flavors. I like pineapple and
all that.
Oh, wow. Yeah, it's really good.
So pineapple pork rinds make you think of Hawaii, I guess.
Yeah, right. That's what it is. I guess. Okay.
I love it. So you played college football in Minnesota. You played for the Vikings. As a defensive lineman with the hand-to-hand combat, like I mentioned the cold weather, like how much did that affect you? Like what kind of challenge was that?
Well, my first year was kind of getting used to that because I grew up in North Carolina. And I went to Minnesota. I said, well, I wanted to get as far away from North Carolina as I could. And I certainly did. That was my scholarship. I see one of my compatriots over there. I'm sorry he did first, but Campbell is over there.
Oh, yeah.
He's coming up, and him and a couple other guys. But anyway, back to pork rinds. Yeah.
Did you ever grab Earl Campbell's jersey and they just rip apart?
Very rarely. Yeah, you did that guy. Yeah.
Earl high purple people eaters.
And with one of his other partners, when one didn't run through you, run over you, the other guy ran around you, and it was, so quite a deal. Hey, there you go. Hey, way to go, guy.
Got some legends.
Yeah, got some legends. Yeah.
How cool is Tony Dorsett, Earl Campbell? Like how cool is it though?
Right here, boy.
Right? to see those guys, you guys talk stories here.
Well, this is a great environment here. This is great because you admire these guys. You appreciate what they do and how they play and the game that they brought forth. And they were challenges for you, man. It was like Tony Dorsett was, man, you just brings back. I don't want to say nightmares, but you say, man, I'm God.
You ain't got to stay still right now.
Yeah, right. Okay, I'm glad we're right here,
Tread light right here.
Yeah. That's fun. It brings back great memories. That's what the Super Bowl for us is all about, really. Seeing the guys you played against and the guys I say you didn't hate them, but man, you would get all tied up and bent up for those guys. Man, I got to be ready, know. So and that's what they bring. So they see you and you think automatically just about, let's see, Earl Campbell. I think, man, what a great guy. What a great competitor he was. And that's what you appreciate. That's what you, I think, and then if I'll play, particularly the guys at the level that they were, what they brought to the game, that's what it means, really. So.
How different is the game nowadays? Like when you watch it, and the way that it's played now, what do you think?
Well, what I think, the game is not so different on the front four lines, maybe the little lineups a little bit differently, but the game has really changed, and I'm impressed. I don't want to promote Jefferson, even though he doesn't really need it, but I think he's a good player with the Vikings, a rookie guy. He plays like an old player that I would have played with. He goes up for the ball. He can take a hit as a wide receiver.
Yeah.
He can take a hit too, Yep. And so that's what you look for. But the fact that they give up their whole body I mean, they don't try to protect themselves. They go for the ball. They're way out here, and you see him with the arms stretched out, or he'll do this and go for the ball. You say, man, you can get hurt.
You leave all this right here
Leave
open.
all this-
yeah.
And they have no pity on you. I guarantee you, the defensive backs have no pity, no sympathy. And that's what I'm encouraged by. It's the receiving, I think, is where you see the big difference, because you really can't hit those guys, or you can't. The defenders can't cover them as well as they used to. They can't do certain things. But still, that's really opened up the game, I think, a lot.
Let me ask you this. We're talking about the game and how it evolves. You've been an ambassador of the game, especially for African Americans, and being able to watch, and now you fist bumping Earl Campbell, and you 6'6", you run around with Too Tall Jones and guys like this. It ain't guys like you putting your hand in the dirt, ain't guys like Earl Campbell, big backs running around too many more times now with the game evolving. How happy are you to see where it is, especially for African Americans? You got 2 black quarterbacks in the Super Bowl, GMs now being accepted. Where are you now with it?
Well, I would say this. It's like I'm a really big proponent of athletes in general, particularly football players. And I would hate, because in the locker room you are a team and stuff like that.
Right.
And you don't like to bring up or bring out the disadvantages or the differences, or because when you get in the huddle, you got to play together.
Regardless.
But the game itself, if you look at the game, anybody can tell you that the game is different today, because in the Super Bowl you got 2 black African-American quarterbacks. Which used to be essentials of the game.
Right.
Ironically, when I showed the Vikings, there was a Minnesota Vikings only had Jim Marshall was a starter, and the 60-minute starter. So I scrolled from that. I was kind of the second one that joined him on the defensive line. But these guys were there all the time. They've been waiting in the wings. And it's really good to see them just to get a chance, And there were guys even before me that paved the way.
Right.
But as things continue, I think that the athletes themselves set an example of what could be done in a larger scheme of things. So I think of that.
He's Carl Eller, as Earl Campbell said, Mr. Purple People Eater, as you walk by. PorkRindAppreciationDay.com is the website. Carl, it's always an honor to talk with you, my friend. Appreciate it.
Well, I wanted to thank you for having me. They've helped over 2,700 players already. It's Pork Rind, like you say, Appreciation Day. It's a big, big deal, so I appreciate the time here today. Thank you very much.
They're giving $15,000 to Gridiron Greats, and they do a lot of great work. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, Carl Eller, 3HL 104.